Hello, welcome back to the bottom. My name is Beast, and today we're back with Princess Evangile. I almost decided not to record this today because it's tired today. I didn't get to sleep during my seminar, during my online classes today because new people were actually joining in later in the day. So basically, we were given the assignments in two parts. And we had to do the first part before the lunch break, which didn't give me enough time to lay the fuck down and get to sleep, which is what I usually do. That's also something I won't be able to do anymore for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday once next week rolls around, because sleeping in the middle of a seminar is actually not too good. Not too good. Yeah. Also, that beer. Anyways, so yeah, just wanted to say that real quick. I'm also fresh out of the shower, and haven't really eaten that much. Anyways, as usual, the little roulette at the beginning on this on the left-hand side, we have once again Tamie lovingly looking over Masaya as he eats her home-cooked curry, and on the right-hand side we have that after-story CG of Konomi on a date with Masaya that still pisses me off because they pulled out. They could have done this, made this scene so good by just like showing them a few years down, like running the dojo together, potentially even with a child. Like they pulled out. Like they had so much potential there, but they just didn't, which is sad. Hold on. So yeah, also I'm finally at Futaba's palace in Gold Persona. And I got a big persona. Anyways, let's just get going, I guess.
リツコはどうせインテリコースでしょ？ルーレット次第だから。
Huh. There was something familiar about those words.
やっぱりね。二人明らかにいいマスばっかりだったもん。これが人徳というものでしょうか。人徳が関係しているなら、なんで私がビリケツなのよ。
The room was strangely dim. There was something flickering in front of my eyes. Shadows? Yes, there were shadows, dancing and flitting above the girls' heads. I didn't like it, but the girls didn't seem to notice. But why is it so dark in here? And how are they playing when it's so dark? Of course it was dark, the power was out. And where was that faint light coming from? My eyes turned to the table and I realized it. The flame.
今みたいな結果を見るとちょっと怖いけど。
でも私も専門職の方に進むわ。
Demon! 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 Anyways, I turned quickly towards the strange voice. Lisa?
なんだか喋り方が変ね。
変ね。
That wasn't Lisa.
私、ろうそくの炎とかって、炎か。
Flame? Whoa! Ah! Flames are all around us!
これはプレイヤー同士で結婚するのでしょうか？ではマサヤさんは私と結婚ということで。ちょっと何勝手なこと言ってるのよ。
Hold it, you guys! There's no time to be playing games! The screamed so loud I thought my lungs would burst. But my words didn't seem to reach them. They kept looking at the board, laughing and talking. They were already surrounded by flames. I watched in horror.
みんな。
Huh? Even amidst the roaring flames, her voice stood out in sharp relief.
みんな燃えてしまえばいい。
I don't remember this. Not all of the girls were playing the game. Lisa alone was staring down at the floor, her hands hanging limply at her sides. She stood out clearly from the circle.
燃えてしまい
Spun around quickly. The window! I've got to get out. Now, I've got to get her out! But who? The name of the girl, what was it? It was like, the name of an animal? An animal. A dog. No, that's not it. That was my name. I threw the window open wide. Ah! In that instant, a scream echoed from my lips. I was already surrounded by flames! You guys! Spun around, but there was no one there. No, there was one person. Why, hello there! You look like a crazy son of a bitch. Daughter of a bitch, I guess. No, actually, you are the bitch, so sorry for insulting your parents. They quite clearly aren't at fault for you attempting to murder. Standing in front of the shrine gates, possibly at least. I mean, it clearly could be at fault. Could be some abuse case going on, like, it was her. You have to get out of here. But where could we go? The flames were like walls around us. I felt a tug on the shirt on my back.
どうしましょうシアンねえ驚かないで聞いてねあの人は私の
That's it! I cried out as I remembered what I was carrying in my hand. Here it is! I brought out the toy slingshot I had bought earlier. It's dangerous, so don't point it at people. Well, this is quite fucking dangerous, so I'm gonna point it at people! That's what the man who sold it to me had said. I'm going to hit her with this. Once I hit her, you run, okay? I heard a sound like a choke and looked up from my hand. The girl had drawn closer to me than before.
お前が
Calm down, you psycho.
お前がいるから
Huh? What was she talking about? I was afraid. I'm afraid as well. And not just of the knife in her hand. The voice seemed to resound all around me from some distant place. She glared at me, her face twisted with hatred. That's why I was afraid. I was petrified! Once I was afraid. I was petrified. I don't fucking remember the rest of the lyrics.
お前さえいなければ
The air around us was wavering in the heat. Previously, the woman's form had wavered with it. But now she was slowly coming closer.
お前さ
She was terrifying! Fucking exactly! My eye hurts. Huh. Hold on. Sorry, the inside of my ear was a bit itchy.
お前が
She began to draw away. I began to draw away, hiding the girl behind me.
お前なんか
The woman raised her right hand. Cold steel flickered in the light of the flames, sparkling like the light of sunset. I mean, I now know what the thumbnail's going to be. I'm scared. You know, who knows? She may be a very charming lady if she isn't threatening me with a knife. Amongst the sea of flames. I gripped the slingshot tightly in my trembling hand. Wasn't sure how well I could aim. But at this rate, I probably couldn't. But at this range, I probably couldn't miss. Pulled back on the band. Then I released it. I think the woman was saying something in that moment. It hit. Struck in the forehead, she slouched forward. The way she shook her head back and forth reminded me of a lion dance I had seen once. Now! I grabbed her by the hand and pulled, but for some reason my body felt heavy. It didn't seem like she was walking on her own power. Liz? I turned back uneasily. Her eyes were focused on the ground. Even surrounded by the flames and the skin-scorching heat, Liz's face seemed to be clad in shadow.
私もうダメだわ
What?
私もう
Come on, we have to go! Gave her another hard tug. Behind me I could hear a sharp sound, different from the roar of flames. Almost like a sharp wind. The woman was swinging the knife madly, her other hand clenched against her bleeding forehead. If we got too close to the flame, our clothing would catch fire. So we'd have to slip by her as close as possible, but with the way she was swinging that knife, that wasn't going to be easy. But there was only one way out. Shrine Gate was the only safe route. The woman was standing in front of it, which meant we had to slip past her. Let's go! I took her hand once more. She nodded. Her despondency had lasted only for a moment before the strength returned to her eyes. I calculated the timing carefully and leaped at her in the middle of her swing. Even though we were past her, we still weren't safe. We heard footsteps and felt the presence. I heard footsteps and felt the presence behind me. It felt like a nightmare, like being chased by a monster to the ends of the earth. My steps began to waver. As I did, I could see Liz ahead of me, running. Good. Now we're safe. Ah! Suddenly, I felt the burning pain run along my back. The next moment, my shirt was wet and clinging to my skin. Sweat? Now, not this suddenly. Tripped over my own leg. Momentum sent me flying. The ground was approaching fast. It all happened so quickly I couldn't shield my body from the impact. My forehead struck the ground and my neck jerked upwards. I bounced once, then fell again. The starry sky spread out before me, glowing in red. Ugh. My strange moans trailed off, and I let out a big sigh. My back was arched, as if I was being pulled upward. I had to exert conscious effort to relax. The bed below me was pleasant and uncomfortable. I sank back into it, letting it swallow me up. The air conditioning was at full power, and yet my body was soaked in sweat. My shirt is sticky with sweat. In that moment I felt like I had remembered something. But it only went as far as a vague feeling of recognition, and in the end I couldn't bring the memory into focus. It was like a thin yet durable sheet of rubber. On the other side of that sheet was my lost memory. I thought that if I charged it, I could break through. But in the end, I just bounced back. Ow. Ow. The words drifted from my mouth as I rubbed my back. Anytime I had that nightmare about the flames, for some reason it caused a stinging sensation in my back. It disappeared as soon as I woke up, so it probably wasn't worth worrying about. But it didn't feel great either. Summer vacation had begun. The majority of students had gone home, and the dorms had fallen quiet in the midsummer air. Walking the corridors or eating in the dining hall, it was rare to see a single other face. I was usually alone in my room anyway, so that was no big change. But there was still a strange feeling of isolation there. You could tell whether there were people around or not by the atmosphere. It's said that a house quickly goes to the elements after people stop living in it, and maybe I was seeing that in action. But more so than the atmosphere, there were my friends. As we had discussed, they had all gone home except for Rise. Saying goodbye to the friends I'd spent so much time with was truly a lonely feeling. But Chio and Ayaka said they'd come back soon, so I decided to endure until then and focused on my homework. But they really did give us a lot. I stared at the pile of homework on the table with a feeling of misgiving. Perhaps this was the invisible expression of Vincenne's will, keeping the students in line even during summer vacation. Chio came back after about a week and we decided to work on our homework together.
そっちは変わりはなかった？
Except nightmares? No, not really. Nothing. What about you, Chiho?
親はいつも通りだった。あとは小学校とか中学の時の友達と会ったりして。
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I wish I could see them too. I wasn't sure what I would say to them after running off the way I had, but I couldn't see any reason I shouldn't try.
みんなびっくりしていたよ。マサヤがバンセンヌにいるって知ったら。
Yes, that stands to reason.
ねえ、中2の時一緒のクラスだったサトチンって覚えてる？
Yeah, she was a quiet one with she was a quiet one with braids. What about her?
彼女ずっと小説を書いていたらしいんだけど、この前それがなんかの賞で入選したんだって。すごくない？
Wow, that's right. She never talked much during breaks. She was always writing something.
そうそう、それでさ。あ、ごめん、知らない人のことで盛り上がっちゃって。ああ、いえ。まあ、マサヤも友達に会いに行ってみたら？
Let me see. I guess I could take a day trip.
日帰り？
But it would be strange spending the night in that apartment.
泊まるって一応は自分の家なんでしょ？
Well, yeah, but
元住んでいた家にはもう戻れないの？
they already repossessed it. Apparently that's standard procedure when someone runs out on a debt.
そっか、そうだよね。だって私見に行ったもの。
The old place?
うん。
Since Chio and I went to the same middle school, naturally our houses were close by.
知らない人が住んでた。それ見て私ちょっと寂しくなっちゃった。家に上がったことはなかったけど、おばさんが出て行った後、たまに様子を見に行ったことはあったでしょ？だから知らない人が当たり前みたいな顔で玄関を出入りしているの、なんか違和感があった。
I'm grateful for what you did for me back then. Chio shook her head silently, but I really did feel grateful to her. When Chio came by to see me, she wasn't just visiting. Sometimes she came with food. She'd say we just had more than we could eat to make it feel less like charity. After my parents' divorce, my eating habits had become vastly poorer. Of course, I cooked for myself, but without money to spend, there were limits to what I could do. When she came to help us like that, it always brought tears of joy to my eyes.
うちの親も心配していたよ。バンセンヌにいるって聞いたらさすがにびっくりしていたけど。
I should stop by and say hi.
挨拶？
Let them know I made it back safely. My beat-up old apartment isn't that far from them.
まあ、顔見せれば二人も喜ぶよ、きっと。
Sure.
あ、ごめん、また二人にしかわからない話しちゃって。
Sorry.
ううん。でも、なんだか羨ましいわ。バンセンヌでは幼馴染っていないから。でも、ずっと寮生活なんでしょ？だったら、全員がそうとも言えるんじゃない？
When everyone is a childhood friend, it's nothing special anymore.
どうかしら。それでも、なんとなく、千穂さんとマサヤさんみたいな関係とは違うと思うわ。
Or that.
関係って、別に特別なことなんか何もないわよ。ねえ。
Yeah. Silence fell over the group. I turned my eyes back to my notes. Sadly, my understanding of the formulas had vanished from my mind.
なんて言うのかしら。もちろん、仲がいいとか、そうでもないっていうのは、私たちの間にもあるのだけど。
Hold on. There you go. That's what she looks like. Lisa spoke as she wrote.
この人こそが幼馴染なんだっていうのは、多分ないの。だから、そういうのに少し憧れを感じるわ。幼馴染って、なんだろう。
Is Chio gonna mention Xian accident? Is Masaya just gonna be like, yes? Why did I say yes?
あら、それは二人の方がご存知なんじゃなくて？
Looked up from my notes and looked straight at Chiho.
腐れ
At least try to put a not positive spin on it.
うるさいわね。あんたなんかそれで十分なの。
But in reality, I wondered what the childhood friend relationship really was. I gazed at Chiyo's profile. There were lots of people I'd stayed good friends with after I graduated elementary, all of them boys. They were friends from elementary school, so they should be my childhood friends too. But Chiyo was something else. There was something different about her. For some reason, childhood friend is only a term used for friends from childhood from the opposite sex. Like, I've never seen... Like, I don't remember ever seeing, like, a show where they refer to someone of the same sex as a childhood friend. Is it just a difference between boys and girls? I'm not really sure. Because it really is like being stuck together in the end.
そうなんだ。
Why are you mad? You said the same thing. It seemed like an answer wasn't going to turn up, so I just went back to my homework.
でも、もう夏なのか。
Yeah, feels like the year is moving really fast. I guess because of everything that's happened.
ええ、そのことでは私も同じ。ただ私、夏になるといつも思い出すことがあって。
Whoops. Huh? What is it? She fell silent instead of going on, so I prompted her.
単なる独り言なの。ごめんなさい。
Whoops. Ah. The next day, the two of them came by again.
ごきげんよう。こんにちは。
Hey, homework again?
いいえ、今日はちょっと、まさやさんにお手伝いしてもらいたいことがあって。
With? Assist you?
これ、
As she spoke, Lisa turned something over in her hands. It looked like a key.
これ、カリオンの鍵なのよ。階段の一番上の鐘のところに出る壁に落書きがあるのはご存知？
Graffiti? No, this is the first I've heard of it. I didn't notice it before. After all, it happened dark last time we were there, and I had bigger things on my mind. She explained on the way that it turned out there was a bit of a legend about the wall of the clock tower. They said that if two people wrote their names under an umbrella there, they would be linked for eternity. Wow. So girls do have boyfriends even if it's Sen now. Writing your name under an umbrella, that's what it's for, right?
ああ、いえ、まあ、彼氏がいるかどうかはともかくとして、壁に書かれる名前に男子はありえないわ。
What? Really?
そんなことしてごらんなさいな。みんな大騒ぎで、それから目の敵にされてしまうわ。
But then who?
だから、女の子同士でってこと。
Girls with girls. Mean like homosexuality?
多分、まさやさんが想像しているのとは違うと思う。
Well, that's just boring. Okay, I'll stop.
女子校ってそういうところがあるんだけど、やっぱりわからないわよね。
What do you mean, it?
なんて言ったらいいのかしら。
Onisama! That. She looked at Chiyo as if asking for her opinion.
疑似恋愛みたいな？ああ、ええ、そうね。そんな感じ。
Pseudo romance. Like a simulator? There are romance simulator games out there.
Huh?
Sort of things seem to be outside of Reese's sphere of knowledge, which was to be expected, honestly.
ああ、そういえば、ちょうどそんな関係の二人が私たちの身近にいるじゃない。
Well, who?
リツコとコノミよ。
I see. I finally understood. So, what's this about graffiti?
消してくれって下級生の子に頼まれちゃって。
The race one?
生徒会長であるマリカ様が帰省しているでしょ。それで私にお鉢が回ってきたというわけ。
Why would they want you to erase something they took so much trouble to put there?
夏休みに入ってからというもの、メールの返信が遅いからだって。
She wants you to erase it over something that minor?
それがつまり疑似恋愛ということなのよ。
You didn't answer my text in 0.5 seconds! By God, thank God I don't know any people like that.
いわゆる同性愛とも違う。男子が周りにいないからその代わりというわけでもない。逆に本気なら救いもあるんだろうけど。
There's no hope for them if it's pseudo-romance. It felt backwards for me, but it wasn't my place to comment on someone else's affairs.
シスターのような聖職者は別として、卒業した後は普通は異性のパートナーを求めるものなのよ。いくら女ばっかりの中で育ったフィユドラ・バンセンヌとはいえ、ね。
Right. In that case, wouldn't it be better if they weren't serious about it?
でもバンセンヌの空気は濃密すぎて、卒業した後もずっと尾を引くわ。ずっと。そうなると、本来がノーマルであることと、学生時代の思い出が齟齬をきたして、混乱してしまうかもしれない。私はそれが心配なの。
Isn't like that the entire story behind Showman's Sample, that basically the girls after graduating like that secret academy for her high society just become shut-ins because it's so different from the norm they know themselves, so they just kind of kidnap the main character and put him in there because his childhood friend spread rumors about him being an homosexual even though he isn't, and now if he admits to the fact that he's straight, he will have his balls cut off. So moving on. It was a very concrete concern. I wondered if it had some root in her real-life experience. I wonder if she knows an older girl who feels that way.
ごめんなさい。急に変な話して。
Not at all. By the way, what's the carillon? I suppose it's something to do with the bells, but...
カリオンってうちにとっては一種の俗称で、本当はカリオンではないの。
Huh?
定義としては23個以上の鐘の組み合わせが必要なの。カリオンって本当は楽器なのよ。
Oh, I see.
でも鐘楼があるなんておしゃれだよね。チャイムが鐘だなんて入学した最初はびっくりしたもの。
ええ、学校の象徴と言えるわね。
We unlocked the door and entered the tower. Unlike the last time we were here, it was brightly lit with sunlight. It's a real nice building during the day. I just mean it was pretty creepy at night.
ああ、まあこんなところ普段は夜は入らないものね。
We climbed the stairs. The spiral staircase that seemed so long and so short last time, definitely. The spiral staircase that seemed so long and so short last time definitely felt long this time. We arrived at the summit and I looked up at the wall. Oh, you're right. There is graffiti. Mamiko and Yoshino. Yeah, what the fuck did Momoyo come here? Chasing, just chasing skirts? Like, were the skirts in Magica not enough? She decided to go for Princess Evangile as well? Oh, you're right. I already read this.
みんなこういうの好きだから。
Though I see a lot of them crossed out.
誰かを偶像視し続けるって案外難しいんでしょうね。
On a quick glance around, I don't see Ritsuko and Konomi anywhere.
リツコはこういうの好きではないでしょうし。
By the way, a lot of them are drawn up pretty high, aren't they? I raised up a hand experimentally and realized that a lot of them were drawn too high for me to reach. If a boy like me couldn't reach them, how did they draw them in the first place?
なるべく高いところの方がご利益があるのよ。
So how do we erase it?
そこであなたの出番というわけ。
But they're too high even for me to reach.
いえ、マサヤさん、踏み台になってくださらない？
So what you're trying to say is you want to step on me. I didn't realize you were into that. So so that's what you meant by assist you.
ごめんなさいね。今ちょうど脚立が壊れているという話で。なのに、今すぐ消してくださいなんてせかされるし。
I get it. Like this then? I got down on all fours like I did when playing horsey for little kids. You should be able to reach
どこ見てんのよ、もう
legs. That's what he's looking at. She pressed down on her skirt, blushing.
もう、マサヤさんたら。
Lisa did the same. No, I wasn't looking. I just got looked at.
同じじゃない
Huh? It just got looked at. I'm an idiot. No, it's the difference between passive and active voice.
何細かい言い訳言ってんのよ
Poke. Ow. That didn't sound like a poke. She exploited the fact that my hands were occupied elsewhere to poke me in the forehead. Yeah, but still, I barely saw anything. I didn't even catch what color they were.
そんなことまで言わなくていいわよ
Good point.
もうバカじゃあマサヤさん失礼するわよ
Let's hope and pray that she doesn't wear high heels or something like that. Which I doubt she would. Right. Lisa removed her shoe. Oh, okay. Moved her shoes and gently... stepped gently onto my back.
重たくないかしら
Not at all. But, feels a little weird having a girl trampling on me.
踏みつけているというわけではないと思うのだけど
Some people are into this, you know.
もっと変な気分になるように顔も踏んづけてあげましょうか
Some people are into that, you know. I'd rather you didn't. Some people are into that, you know. Like, just each of them, just so they all feel weird, like... Is what we're doing here sexual? Should we stop? Like, I would go up to people doing something completely normal and just, whisper up to them, like... Some people are into this, you know? And just to leave as they're slowly but surely becoming confused. Like, that's something I would do. I hear the pop of a marker cap being removed, and Riza moved on to her tippy toes on my back.
よいしょ
Squeak, squeak, squeak!
ありがとう終わったわ
Right.
じゃあ戻りましょ
Gio spoke up again as we descended the staircase.
うねえ夜はそんなにここ不気味だったの
Oh yeah, though part of it might have been the tension of the situation.
じゃあさ彩香さんが帰ってきたら肝試しでもしてみない
How about no? Sure, I'd be in.
いいわ
No.
ね肝試しなんて初めてだし
No.
なんだか面白そうだわ
No. No. You'll be in huge fucking trouble. You know what happened the last time somebody came here of their own volition? They tried to jump!
じゃあそういうことで具体的なところは私が考えておくからあらいいじゃない面白そう
2 days had passed since we got the test of courage idea. Ayaka, Ritsuko, and Ruriko had all returned. The latter two had claimed they'd be staying home the whole summer, but apparently they changed their minds.
私はもちろん参加するわはい3人は私はできれば遠慮しておきたいですお姉様が参加されるというのでしたらってでもいえ私もやめておくからそうですかなら私も
You don't like tests of courage, Ritsuko?
好きではないですただそれよりも勝手に時計台に入るのは校則違反なので
I see. That was the response I expect from Ritsuko.
のりこさんはどうする 私は参加してみようと思います。初めてですし、興味があります。
じゃあ参加人数は5人か。今晩でいい？
私はいつでも。
了解。善は急げだもんね。
By the way, Ritsuko, Ruriko, did you have a change of plans?
実は、両親が風邪をひいてしまって、私が看病しますと言ったのですが、逆に番線路に返されてしまったんです。
So the same thing as in her route. Oh, why's that?
移ってはまずいから、と。
Ah, I see.
相変わらず過保護で、困ってしまいます。
Riko flashed a rare wry smile. What about you, Ritsuko?
姉さんのことが心配だったので。
Concerned? I looked at Ayaka. Well, I guess Ayaka doesn't seem like the type to get her homework done.
あら、嬉しいじゃない。まさやくんもだいぶ私のこと分かってきてくれているのね。まあ、そのこともあります。ただそれは後で姉さん自身が困るだけのこと。冷たいわね。本人はともかくとして人様に迷惑をかけるわけにはいきませんから。
A certain other person?
あなたのことです。何をするか分かったものではありませんから。だから監視です。
Actually, shouldn't you go along with the test of courage then? Because Ayaka's there, Masaya is there. It's dark at night. I see.
そんなこと言って、単に自分がまさやくんと会いたかっただけじゃないの？何言ってるのよ。そんなことあるはずないわ。本当？本当です。ただ、この前の一生ゲームの時のことがあるからな。あれは単なる冗談のお遊びです。それはそのはずで、だからみんなで。
I like how last part I mentioned how I like Ritsuko just because she doesn't seem so enamored with Masaya. Well,
そうよね。女子ばっかりの中に男子一人で、それであんないたずらもしたくなってしまったんだわ。
Also, I still love how my glasses are just radiating blue whenever I look at the camera. I guess that is most of the light. Like, sure, a bit of blue light is being reflected from the screen because I have a blue light filter on these. But also there's an actual blue light on top of the screen in the form of the webcam. So, yeah.
そうそう。でもまさやさん、信じてくださいね。
Huh? Next thing I knew, Ruriko had my hand clasped warmly between hers.
男子なら誰でもいいというわけではないんです。あなただから。
ちょっと、何一人で言いかぶってるのよ。
言うまでもないことをわざわざ言うのは少々行儀が悪いんじゃないかしらね。
Could you stop moaning, Ruriko? The girls each latched on to one of Ruriko's arms. Meanwhile, Ayaka and Ritsuko stayed out of the conflict, talking to each other quietly.
ええ、確かにお遊びだった。ただ、何かにつけお堅い律子がしたものだから、私もちょっと驚いたわ。ゲームの時に言われたでしょ。私がレールに乗るばかりだと。確かにそういうところもあるかもしれない。自分でもそう思ったから。だからたまには羽目を外してみようとそう思っただけだわ。そう。まあ、わかったわ。
Ayaka nodded, for once, in honest agreement. That night we gathered in the rec room, just as we had that afternoon.
じゃあ行きましょうか。ルールはあっちで説明するから。 ルリコさん、それ何？パン？
Rico held up her paper bag in her hands.
いえ、パンではありません。これは私からのちょっとした提案です。
Is it candles? Please don't tell me it's candles.
ふーん。
That reminds me, it's only been 10 days since vacation started, but people are already coming back. Didn't you say most people stayed for the duration?
そうね。夏休みをずっと外で過ごすのは半分か、もしかしたら3割くらいかしら。
How come? It's true that dorm life is pretty comfortable, but...
それもあるかもしれない。ただこれ、学園の方針にも関わってくることなのよ。
Huh? Policy?
学園側としては当然、生徒には監視の目が届くところにいてほしいんだわ。ただ、夏休みの帰省を許可しないわけにもいかない。そこで、飴を用意してあるのよ。
Incentives?
いくつかイベントが用意されているの。まあ動機は不純でも楽しいことは事実だわ。だから案外みんな戻ってきちゃうのよ。
Wow, events, huh? That sounds fun. Would be boring if homework was the only incentive anyway.
じゃあルール説明ね。と言ってもとっても簡単。私、昼間のうちに塔のてっぺんに札を置いてきてあるの。それを取ってくるってだけ。順番はじゃんけんでいいよね。
ペアは？
ペア？
あら、肝試しって言ったらペアでしょ？で、いやー、怖いなんて抱きついちゃうの。
彩香様ってほんと胸大きいですよね。
I like how that's the comment she decides to just say.
谷間だってあるわよ。見てみる？
いいです。
Wanna see? Like, that's basically what just happened.
じゃあ代わりにマサヤくん、どうぞ。
Oh,
こら、何亀みたいに首伸ばしてるのよ。
ow, ow.
ペアは私も考えたんですけど、ただたったの5人ですからね。
まあそれもそうか。
あと階段でじゃれ合って万が一落っこちたら大変だし。
校舎より高いもんね、これ。私もそのことを考えたんです。それとあと雰囲気が出るかと思って。
Rico pulled a candlestick and a candle from the paper bag. I inadvertently grimaced. Luckily, that was dark enough that no one saw it.
いいわね。暗い中をろうそくの明かりだけを頼りに進んでいく。なんだか冒険者の気分だわ。
I ended up being first to the plate. Hesitation was not all to the creepiness of the clock tower at night. There was that too, of course, but I was far more frightened of the light source in my hand. Low key, like, if I would probably in fear, like, screw anything, I would probably in irrationality just fucking grab the top of the goddamn candle. Like, fuck, stop! Stop! I was holding the lit candle in my hand. The closer I held it, the more violent my fear became. I tried to hold it as far away from myself as I could, but it was a futile effort. I looked up at the wall and saw my own shadow cast hung upon it. Fuck that. The opposite wall was pitch black, the pitiful light of the candle failing to reach it. It really would be dangerous to come here without a light of any kind. I'd managed to run up the stairs before, but I had been half-powered by desperation then. The empty sound of my footsteps rang through the deserted tower. The air was stagnant and sultry, so that just mounting the stairs had me dripping with sweat. It was unusual for the mere act of stair climbing to get me this out of breath. It was also my anxiousness in the face of the flame. Holding it straight out was an unnatural position and probably tiring. I really wish I knew what was up with this pyrophobia of mine. At last I reached the summit. Seeing them in the dark, all the names written up here are kind of creepy. Places that seemed scary in the dead of night seemed almost ridiculously mundane when seen during the day in full sunlight. The opposite was true as well. The darkness made everything more frightening. I grabbed one of the tags with the words finish line written on it. Now then, it was time to head back. Really, I just wanted to get rid of that candle as soon as possible. At first, I proceeded carefully. The posture was awkward and the stairs were dark. It would be easy to fall. Here we go, almost there. Maybe due to my nervousness, but once I saw the first floor landing, I let my guard down. The world tilted. I spun backwards and began sliding down the stairs. Normally, I would have been able to straighten myself in the mid of the fall, but because I was holding the candle at arm's length, I couldn't do that now. I couldn't just throw it away. If I did, it might light the floor on fire. Light the floor on fire? That's stupid. There's nothing here to burn. For a moment, my mind went in circles. As I did, the world shook around me, and I continued to fall. Unable to steady and right myself, eventually I completely lost my footing. I tumbled end over end as if freed from the bounds of gravity.
やっぱりどう考えても時間かかりすぎだよね。行ってみよう。マサヤさん、マサヤくん、ねえ、しっかりしてよ、マサヤ。足を踏み外して頭を打ったんだわ。私、保健の先生呼んでくる。それより救急車だわ。誰か携帯持ってきてない？もう誰も持ってないの？じゃあ電話かけに行ってくる。違う。大変。このすごい出血。ごめんなさい。私血がダメで。ちょっとマサヤ、しっかりしてよ。ねえ、死んじゃやだ。
I could use this as a thumbnail as well, just confuse people. Like, wait, wait, this looks oddly like Chiho route. That's the day he died. Huh? Who is that girl? He's screaming, crying, warm tears rolling down her face. Onto my face. Don't cry. Girl's name is, that's right. I remember, it's not the name of an animal. It's Lily. The word just sounded like a name, so that was all it was, but I thought she was so pretty. It suited her. The girl is Liz. Huh? Ow! The second I tried to sit up, I felt a splitting pain in my head and my face twisted in agony.
Masaya-san, 急に動いてはいけません。
Don't worry, I'll walk it off! I turned my eyes towards the breathy voice and saw Ruriko slumped against the wall.
そうよ。あんた、頭から血が出てるのよ。
Bleeding? Oh, I am. I put a hand on the back of my hand, felt it soaked with blood. I missed a step. I hit my hand, That's right, what about the fire?
ちょっと、体を起こしたらダメだってば。
But the fire...
ろうそくのことですか？それなら床で消えていますが。
Relieved, I rested my head back where it was.
あ、階段じゃゴツゴツして痛いか。じゃあ、私の膝に乗って。
Ah, yes, let me bleed on your feet. Legs. I know why, bleed on your feet sounds smoother than bleed on your legs. Maybe because it's eat. Because of the E and feet. Like, it's bleed, and there's feet. And T and D is already pretty similar. What? But my body from the neck down was on the floor, but my head had ended up on the first step. Carefully, I moved my body so I could rest my head on Chiho's lap.
心配だわ。頭だもの。
Looked carefully and saw that there were tears in Chiyo's eyes. See, tears I felt before. Reality had overlapped with my memories. But right now, it was clearly Chiyo before me. Yet I had called the name Liz. Chiyo brushed the hair out of my face with her hand. That moment, I couldn't hold back anymore and let out a moan.
どうしたの？大丈夫？痛いの？
Sorry, Chiyo,
服のこと？別に汚れたって。
I remembered everything.
思い出した。何を？
That summer, I could feel a hot lump in my throat. The tears welled up. They felt hot in my eyes and turned cold as they rolled down my face.
どういうこと？
I forgot it all for so long. I must have had amnesia. Sorry, Chiyo.
何を謝っているのよ。待って、言わないで。聞きたくない。そんなこと聞きたくない。
The tears fell. By the way, this is one of the big reasons why I'm going to do Chiyo's route after Risa's route, because I'm going to feel horrible if I do Chiyo's route after Risa's route, probably because, you know, basically if you go for Risa's route, you protect her a second time and choose Risa over her a second time, which is kind of cruel. The tears fell. Just like they did back just like they did then. That's how I knew that what happened that summer was somehow connected to this moment.
マサヤは私のマサヤなんだから。
Chiyo.
来てもらったわ。どうしたの？なんで泣いて。まさか。千穂さん？私。
What are you doing? Let me see his injury! The nurse's words, who acknowledged the actual situation around us, somehow felt out of place. I felt it. All three of us did. I don't know why I did that just now.
第15話夏合宿。
You know what? You know what? I'm at the part here. I'm at the part here.
セーブ？
Call me a dick all you want. But I'm at the part here. Mainly because my eyes actually hurt. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and see you next time. Bye-bye.